Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hello, everyone.
Today we're going to explore something we all think about. Dreams.
Mm-hmm. But not the sleeping kind.
No, exactly. We mean those personal hopes, the ambitions you carry with you.
Yeah, aspirations.
We'll look at some, simple and easy ways you can talk about what you want right now.
Wow.
What you sort of imagine for your future.
Right.
And maybe even things you hoped for in the past.
It's really interesting how dreams show what's important to us, at different times in life.
It really is.
And being able to, put these into words, that's a really useful skill, being clear about them.
Okay, so let's kick things off by thinking about what you're aiming for right now. Your present dreams.
Mm-hmm. The immediate ones.
Yeah. Maybe it's a career path, like you want to become a teacher or a doctor.
Maybe an artist.
Or it could be something more personal, like traveling somewhere specific.
Right.
These present dreams, they often give us our focus day to day, don't they? They drive what we do. Absolutely, they motivate our efforts. And luckily, there are some pretty straightforward ways to talk about these current ambitions.
Yeah, simple phrases.
Exactly. A really basic one to start is just saying, I want to be A.
Okay.
So, for example, you can say nice and clear, I want to be a teacher.
Simple, direct.
Another really useful one is, my dream is to. My dream is to become a singer.
Mm-hmm. That sounds a bit bigger, maybe.
It can, yeah.
Huh.
Then there's, I hope to. For instance, I hope to start my own business.
Okay.
Hope. And one more, I dream of, I dream of living in Paris.
Ah, nice. You notice how each of those gets the message across, what you're aiming for now?
Yeah.
They might feel slightly different, like you said.
Yeah.
But that core idea, a present aspiration, it's clear in all of them.
Okay, let's try saying a couple of these out loud so you can really hear them. Say this one with me, nice and clear. I want to be a doctor.
Good. Clear pronunciation helps.
Now, maybe a little louder this time. My dream is to travel the world.
Excellent. Feel the ambition in that one.
And one more. Really focus on clarity. I hope to speak English fluently.
Perfect. See? Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, and these phrases are just so useful for sharing what you're actually working towards in your life right now.
Okay, so that's the present. Now let's think a bit about future dreams.
Right.
These are aspirations for, later on in life.
Things that might not be your focus today, but they're definitely on your radar for the future.
Exactly. Planned, but not immediate.
And we have some good phrases for these too. You could say, one day I want to.
Okay, one day.
Like one day I want to write a book.
Mm-hmm. Another good one is, someday I hope to.
Yeah, like someday I hope to have my own house.
A classic dream. And maybe in the future I will.
Oh yeah, like in the future I will start a company. That sounds quite determined.
It does, yeah. What's interesting here is how these phrases clearly signal it's for down the road.
Yeah.
It shows you have a vision, for the years to come. It's not happening right now, but it's a plan or a serious hope.
Okay, let's try repeating some of these too. Again, let's focus on speaking slowly and clearly. Say this with me. One day, I want to visit Japan.
Great. Nice pace.
Now, maybe a little louder again. In the future, I will buy a car.
Perfect. Sounds very clear.
And one last one for the future. Speak clearly. Someday, I hope to help many people.
That's it. And, it's totally okay to have big dreams for the future. Really important, actually.
Believing in them is key, right?
Absolutely. And thinking about these future dreams, well, it can actually shape what you do today.
How so?
Well, even if a dream seems far away, just having it can sort of guide the choices you make now in the present. It gives direction.
I see. That makes sense. Okay, so we've covered present and future. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about past dreams.
Ah, the things we used to want.
Exactly. Things you wanted at some point, maybe when you were younger, but maybe things have changed.
It can be really insightful, actually, looking back at these. Yeah. It helps you see how you've grown, how your priorities might have shifted over time. And, of course, there are ways to talk about these former dreams, too.
Right. Like, you could start with, when I was a child, I wanted to.
Okay. That sets the time frame nicely.
For instance, when I was a child, I wanted to be a pilot.
Classic kid dream. Another way is, my dream was to.
Uh-huh. Like, my dream was to become an actor.
Right. And then there's, I used to dream about.
How would you use that?
Like, I used to dream about going to space.
Wow, okay.
And the important thing here is remembering that it's completely normal, totally fine for dreams to change.
That's a good point.
As we experience more, learn more about ourselves and the world, Well, what we want just naturally evolves sometimes.
Okay, let's practice these past dream phrases too. Again, let's try saying them slowly and clearly. Repeat after me. When I was a child, I wanted to be a dancer.
Good. Clear sound.
Now, maybe a bit louder. My dream was to be a football player.
Excellent. Really articulate that was.
And one more. Speak clearly. I used to dream about living by the sea.
Very nice. See, talking about past dreams isn't sad. It just helps us understand our own journey.
Yeah, how we got here.
And it reminds us that growth often means finding new aspirations, right?
Yeah.
Even if we let go of old ones.
Makes sense. Okay, now, to see how this all fits together, let's listen to a quick example. It's a chat between two friends, Amit and Sarah.
Yeah, just listen carefully to how they use some of these phrases we've been talking about.
This little dialogue will show you how it sounds in, a real conversation.
Notice how they touch on dreams for now, the past, and the future.
Okay, so Amit kicks it off. He asks Sarah a simple question. Hi, Sarah. Do you have a dream?
And Sarah, she shares a present dream right away. Yes, I want to be a writer.
And she even gets specific. I want to write children's books.
Nice. Then Amit shares his present dream. My dream is to become a chef. I love cooking.
So Sarah reacts. She says, wow, that's amazing. Did you always want to be a chef?
See, that question naturally leads them back in time.
Exactly. Amit answers about a past dream. No. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a football player.
Ah, see how his dream changed?
Yeah, and then he shares a future dream. But now I want to open my own restaurant.
Present passion leading to a future goal. Very clear.
Then Sarah gives some encouragement. I hope your dream comes true.
Which is always nice to hear. And Amit replies, thanks, you too.
So that short exchange, it's a great little snapshot of how you can easily talk about present, past, and future dreams. And hopes, too.
Yeah, it really shows how you can weave these different time frames together in just a normal chat.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's quickly review some of the key words that kept popping up.
Good idea. Just a quick recap.
First, obviously, the word dream itself.
Yep. The core topic.
Then there was hope.
Often connected to dreams.
We also talked about a goal. Sometimes dreams become goals.
Right. More concrete, maybe?
And we mentioned the future, naturally.
Where many dreams live.
And finally, thinking about past dreams, we use the word childhood.
Yeah. Knowing these words just makes it easier to understand and talk about this whole topic.
Definitely. Okay, let's do one final practice round.
All right. I'll say a few sentences, and for you listening, try repeating them after me. Focus on that slow, clear pronunciation we talked about.
Okay, ready. First one, speak clearly. My dream is to become a teacher.
Good. Next one, nice and slow. One day, I want to visit New York.
Okay, getting the hang of it? Now a little louder. When I was a child, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Excellent. Almost there. Last one, speak clearly. Someday, I hope to help my family.
Fantastic.
Good job, everyone. You're doing really well with this.
And that brings us pretty much to the end of our deep dive today into talking about dreams.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. We really hope you've picked up some simple, clear ways to talk about your own aspirations in English.
Remember, just being able to talk about your dreams, that's often the very first step towards making them happen. It makes them feel more real.
So true. So keep dreaming big.
Absolutely.
And keep practicing your English clearly every day.
We look forward to our next exploration with you. Take care.
See you next time. Bye-bye.